One of the biggest and most pleasant surprises I had in my healthy eating journey was sitting down to a Christmas dinner that was 100% healthy options, enjoying every single morsel, and walking away without the emotional crash, the blood sugar crash, and feeling fully satisfied with having enjoyed all the most beloved holiday dishes. Do you want to achieve your goals, but anxiety is tripping you up? Like to keep those fun weekend plans, but depression has you counseling again? Hey, I'm Lori, dog mom, lover of nature, and hygge enthusiast. Positive psychology skills help me overcome chronic severe PTSD. If you're ready to learn how to overcome your anxiety and depression and rediscover happiness and purpose in life, then get your cozy on and let's get started. Welcome back to Practical Solutions for PTSD. And yes, I still have this crazy cold, but we are conquering it. I am doing better. I want to take just a minute to encourage you to become an insider. You can do that by going to Practical Solutions for PTSD Insider.grwebsite.com, and signing up won't take you more than about 2 minutes. And what you'll get as a result of that is you'll get a weekly newsletter where we talk about various stories and illustrate principles that we discuss here on the show. This week, I'll be sending out copies of recipes of some foods I talk about in today's episode. You'll also be able to get things like the gratitude journal. I sent that out last week. If you sign up, I can send that to you as well. So just sign up by going to Practical Solutions for PTSD Insider.grwebsite.com. Something crazy happens to Americans during this time of year. You hit Halloween, and from Halloween to New Year's, it is just food everywhere. It's in abundance and it's all over the place. And so much of it is not good for you. And so trying to navigate all of that while you're trying to manage anxiety symptoms, trauma, seasonal affective disorder, and all these foods that are surrounding you that just make all that worse. How do you navigate this? And how do you make sure you're incorporating those foods that actually make you feel good, help regulate your emotions, help regulate your mood, and still let you enjoy the holidays? Because, hey, food is a big part of it. And so much of us have those emotional connections with the food that we want to eat, or things, our favorite dishes, our favorite flavors during this time of year. So today we're going to give you 6 things that you can do to help you stay on track nutrition-wise for your mental and emotional stability, to help regulate that seasonal affective disorder, stabilize trauma, anxiety symptoms, etc., and help you to stay healthy during this holiday season. The biggest thing I have found for myself and success in this is planning ahead. Knowing ahead of time what's coming and how I can navigate around it increases the chance of my success by tenfold, if not more. A huge difference in how successful I am if I plan ahead. So that's what we're going to help you do today. We're going to help you plan ahead. So there's some foods that are really important for emotional stability. And this will help you with your anxiety symptoms, your depression, your trauma, helps with seasonal affective disorder. If you make sure you're incorporating these 4 foods, it will really help you with your emotional regulation. So food number 1 is magnesium. You want to make sure you're getting this. This is called nature's relaxer. So it will help your muscles and your nervous system unwind. So if you have low levels of magnesium, this can be linked to anxiety, irritability, and sleep issues. And I know when my anxiety was at its worst, my magnesium levels were so low. And so I used to have avocado every single day, because avocado is one of the foods that is the highest in magnesium. Super high. It has like 30%. One avocado has like 30% of the magnesium you need for a day. Really good for you. You can also find magnesium in spinach, almonds, pumpkin seeds, dark chocolate, woohoo, and oats. So dark chocolate is another one of my favorite foods. Oh, it's amazing. So that's a food that is actually really healthy for you. Now, emphasis on dark chocolate. It needs to be 72% chocolate or above. Otherwise, you're getting too much milk and sugar in there it kind of counters some of the benefit. So you want to get that dark chocolate. So an idea for how to use this would be like a bowl of oatmeal with a banana, some almond butter, maybe even throw in a few dark chocolate chips, It can be calming and stabilize your blood sugar as long as you don't go too crazy on the chocolate chips. So it can help calm your nervous system and keep your blood sugar steady because you have those complex carbs going on. And another food group that will help you is your omega-3 fatty acids. So this is healthy fats that help reduce inflammation in the brain and will help support your mood regulation. So my omega-3s were so bad at one point, the doctor had me on like 6 omega-3 supplements a day plus eating omega-3 foods. Now, hopefully you're not that bad. But omega-3s can really help. They really help decrease those anxiety symptoms and helps you deal with emotional swings and that trauma-related stress. So you can find omega-3s in salmon, sardines, walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds. And a really interesting note on walnuts. If you look at a walnut, it looks very similar to a brain. It's really close, the way the looks of it. And coincidentally, ding, 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 they're really good for the brain. So those are some foods with some really good omega-3 fatty acids. You can try a spoonful of flaxseed in a smoothie, or maybe throw some walnuts on in a cup of yogurt. It can help you out. So your third group is vitamin B, especially B6, B12, and folate. These help your body produce serotonin. 90% of your serotonin is produced in the gut. So it's really important that you're getting the vitamin B6 and 12 and folate that you need so your body can produce that serotonin. Those vitamin Bs will also help other transmitters or neurotransmitters that regulate your mood and energy. So if you're going through a really stressful time, your body's going to burn more vitamin B than normal. It's going to go through it faster. So it becomes even more critical that you're making sure that you are supplied with sufficient amounts. So if you can't keep up with it nutritionally, you can get a really good quality supplement. Make sure it's good quality. And it can also help you with that. Talk to your doctor. So vitamin B can be found in eggs. You want to make sure you're including the egg yolk. The egg yolk is just packed full of nutrients you don't want to miss out on. So good organic pasture-raised eggs, leafy greens, lentils, which I personally find disgusting, but you might like. Poultry is a really good source of vitamin B, and fortified grains. So an idea for how to incorporate this is to make a nice, lovely vegetable omelet. If you do like lentils, you can make a lentil soup. Now, I like including spinach and carrots in chicken soup. Oh, it is so good. I'll throw the spinach in like in the last 2 minutes of cooking. It breaks it down just enough that you can digest it better and absorb those nutrients without turning it into slimy stuff that's really disgusting. So a really great way to get some of your vitamin Bs in there. The fourth food group is vitamin D and zinc. So both are vital for immune and mood support. This is really, really important. We've talked about this with seasonal affective disorder. One of the ways you get vitamin D is from sunlight, but you can also get it from food. So again, it's found in eggs. Eat those egg yolks. Tuna, mushrooms, chickpeas, and seeds. So all foods that are rich in vitamin D. You want to be careful how much tuna you're eating because you can get overdone on mercury. So just make sure you're I recommend getting the wild caught. And then only having it like once or twice a week at most. So you can supplement with like salmon or other fish that are really good for you as well. Supplements do help. Again, make sure that you're getting good quality supplements, but it doesn't have to be supplements. You can just make small daily food choices that can really help, and it adds up over time. So in planning ahead, those are the foods you want to make sure that you're incorporating. It can help you manage your stress. Making sure that you're getting those foods in your diet can help you regulate your moods and manage your stress during the holiday season. But what about those favorite foods that you look forward to every single year that you just love so much? One of the things I have found in the years that I've been working on my diet and making it healthier and making those healthier choices is some of those favorite foods I have found wonderful food swaps for. And you get that same fantastic flavor. In fact, sometimes the flavor is even better because it has less sugar or our natural sources of sweetener. So I don't have to sacrifice those flavors, but I can do it in a healthier way. So one of my favorites is pumpkin pie. I love pumpkin pie, but it's full of like normal traditional pumpkin pie has a lot of sugar in it. So I found this paleo pumpkin pie recipe several years ago, and it's super easy, very simple ingredients, and it's sweetened with honey, and it is so, so good. So good. And you get all the lovely nutritional benefits from pumpkin, which is so rich with nutrients. And all the other ingredients in it are really good for you. You can eat it without having your blood sugar go crazy. So I really like that one. Another one for me is cranberries. I didn't used to like them, but now I absolutely love them. And I found this amazing recipe that sweetens it with maple syrup, which is, again, a natural source of sweetener. And your body knows how to handle it better. Seasoned with cinnamon is really super good. Far less sugar. It's better for your body, easier to process. I already mentioned chocolate. Chocolate's one of my favorite food groups. And so finding healthy ways to do this, increasing my chocolate to 72% or above, finding ways I can use cacao and make recipes that still give me that chocolate flavor, helps satisfy my chocolate cravings without getting me into trouble by eating a lot of unhealthy chocolate. So if you can find a swap out for your favorite foods for the holidays, this is, for me, has been the best, is finding a healthy swap for those. But if there's a food that you just feel like you cannot live without, and trust me, I understand that feeling. But you just like, I cannot live without this food. It's what makes Christmas Christmas. Then plan ahead. So if you're going to a potluck and they're going to have, like 20 different desserts, you don't have to have all 20. Please do not have all 20. It will crash your system in so many ways. But go for those ones that you just feel like you cannot live without. Scope out the dessert section or whatever section of the table is like where your passion is. Maybe it's the meat or the potatoes or whatever it is. Scope it out ahead of time. Find out what's there and decide on one or two that are your absolute favorites. And then get just a small portion. They did an interesting study a few years ago, and they found that people typically only taste 3 bites of whatever food it is. You taste the first one, and you're just like, oh, this is like the best food ever. And then you eat, and then you're like halfway through, you're like, oh, I'm really enjoying this. You'll enjoy that bite, and then you enjoy the very last bite you take. The rest of it is just calories you're consuming without truly savoring every single bite. So take out all the bites that are wasted and just do a small portion, like 3 bites. It'll be enough for you to truly savor and enjoy that flavor and just really live in that moment and enjoy it without overdoing and getting too much sugar in your system or too much of the bad food, whatever it may be. Can really help you enjoy that and bring some joy without whacking out your nervous system or your blood sugar. Tip number 3 is to keep yourself hydrated. A big thing, if you're dehydrated, you're going to be hungry because the symptoms are very similar. Hunger and dehydration symptoms are very similar. So often when you think you're hungry and you're reaching for more food, you're actually thirsty. So if you keep yourself hydrated, it really helps you with your appetite regulation. It also helps with your mood because dehydration symptoms can also be very similar or can trigger anxiety symptoms. So making sure that you're hydrated is super important. It will help your body function better. It helps you regulate your diet, your appetite, and helps regulate your mood. So making sure you're staying hydrated. So you're going to moderate your caffeine. And I'm not saying cut it out. I love a good cup of black tea. Hate coffee, but black tea is amazing. So I love a good cup of black tea, but you have to keep it moderated and don't overdo it, which is a little difficult for me this time of year because I love those warm drinks. So I have been on purpose, intentionally planning ahead, hint, hint, plan ahead, finding warm drinks that I can drink that do not affect my caffeine levels. So finding some of those. I just had a cup of peppermint tea earlier. It was so very yummy. It was delicious. So finding those things that you can drink. And it's also a really great hookah practice when it comes to food, is finding those warming, grounding foods that can help you. And if it doesn't have caffeine in it, it can go towards keeping you hydrated. Caffeine actually dehydrates you. So if you're having caffeine or alcohol, they both do, you want to make sure you're getting a lot of water in. Tip number 4 is sleep. And yes, I know this is a podcast on nutrition. Why are we talking about sleep? But did you know if you're short on sleep, it will actually increase your appetite? And it makes it harder to discipline yourself. So if your dopamine is low, your self-control is going to be low because that's your self-control center. You want to make sure you're getting enough sleep and you're keeping your dopamine up. Sleep is super important. It helps your body heal. repairs all that. There's all kinds of lovely things that happen during sleep, but one of them is it helps you regulate your appetite. So sleep is really important. Tip number 5 is to create boundaries. This is so weird. I was doing some research on the holidays with my former job when I was part of the wellness division, and we were putting together a holiday challenge. And for some reason, especially at least in America, when it's around the Thanksgiving, Christmas holidays, it's the one time of the year that gluttony is not only tolerated, it's actually encouraged. There's actually peer pressure on people to eat more during the holidays. It's just so bizarre. Or, eat everything. You have to try everything, or you have to eat too much, or whatever that may be. It's okay to say no to food or overeating or drinks that you don't need or whatever that is. Draw some boundaries. Think about it. Think it through ahead of time and figure out what your goals are and draw some boundaries around that to protect yourself. Make sure that you're including everything that you need, that you're getting to sleep on time, you're getting those nutrients that you need. You're doing some healthy swap outs. And then decide where you're going to say no. Draw some boundaries around your food to protect yourself through the holiday season. It's okay to say no. And speaking of your goal, this is tip number 6, is to keep the goal in mind. How do you want to start the new year? Do you want to start the new year 7 to 10 pounds heavier? Did you know that in America, half of the weight that we gain throughout the year, we gained from Halloween to New Year's? It's just craziness. And the average weight gain is 7 to 10 pounds. So do you want to start the new year 7 to 10 pounds up from where you are now? Would you like to start it at least where you are? In fact, they say if you can maintain weight during the holidays, it's the same as losing 10 pounds. And it's just about as challenging. So decide where you want to start the new year. Do you want to start the new year weighing at least what you do now, but no more? Do you want to start 7 to 10 pounds higher? Do you want to start it depressed or encouraged with energy? How do you want to start the new year? Another thing is, I was listening to Dr. Pompa the other day, and he says, we are not entering the flu season, we're entering the sugar season. And the sugar season can drop your immune system until you're susceptible to all these bugs that are going around all the time. So, do you want to feel healthier? Do you want to have more energy? What are your goals for the holiday season? And keep that goal in mind when you're looking at that, when you're setting those boundaries, when you're preparing those foods. What are your goals for the holidays? And how do you want to feel during those months? And then remind yourself how much you can sit down and enjoy a paleo pumpkin pie and just savor all those wonderful flavors. It is so good. And you walk away with your blood sugar even. You've actually nourished your body instead of depleting it through having unhealthy foods. And your emotions are regulated, your blood sugar is regulated, you walk away feeling fantastic. So keep all that in mind when you're setting those goals and when you're learning to draw boundaries and you're saying no to yourself and no to other people. Keep that in mind. And so that's 6 things that you can do to help you keep on track nutritionally during the holidays that can help you regulate and manage those anxiety symptoms, regulate the trauma, regulate that seasonal affective disorder, and help keep your mood up during the holidays and help you to have a much better time by taking a little bit of time now to plan ahead and have a healthy and happy holiday season. To get copies of the recipes mentioned in today's show, you can apply to become an insider at Practical Solutions for PTSD Insider.grwebsite.com. The address is in the notes below as well. Hey, my friend, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If so, would you please take 30 seconds and share it with someone you know who may be struggling with depression and anxiety? Also, would you please leave a quick review for the show? Knowing how this podcast is helping you fills my heart with so much joy, and it motivates me for future episodes. For now, it's time for Sam and I to head outside to enjoy some sunshine and fresh air. We'll see you back here on Tuesdays and Thursdays for more great episodes.